Good afternoon, Steve Brooks here. Welcome to Friday's Inside Look by Brooks. Today we are going to discuss employment at Brooks Law Group. So we currently have 30 staff members here over about 4 different locations. And today joining me is Laura Johnson, who is our firm administrator and head of the HR department. And we are going to talk with Laura a little bit about the hiring process here at Brooks Law Group. So Laura, welcome. Glad you're here.
Thank you. Very glad to be here.
So Laura has an extensive history in HR, and she's been with us for about a year now. And she's been a great shift for us in terms of our culture and our hiring practices. So just tell the audience a little bit about what you look for in a new potential hire.
Okay, great. Well, preferably we would be able to find somebody with a legal background that's advantageous for them. And then for us, we are looking for people of integrity, people with great character that want to be able to come in and to learn from the bottom up. We look for people who aren't afraid to dig in deep and work hard. And we are ever seeking to equip our staff to learn and to grow so that they can further themselves within the firm. So it's pretty wide open, really. And again, while a legal background is advantageous, it's not necessary. If you start out in the clerical role, we'll work with you to help you understand the law and how it applies to our firm and practices. And so that would be kind of what we're looking for to start out with.
Good, thank you. So walk me through the process. Let's say I'm looking for a job in Tampa or Winter Haven, and what do I do? How do I connect with Brooks Law Group?
Great question. So I would have you start with our website. If you'll go to brookslawgroup.com, you can then look to our employment division and the opportunity to apply. And you would simply choose that link, and then it would take you through the application process. You can submit a role-specific application if there's a current role available. If there's not a current role open, and then you can just do a general application where you'll provide all of your personal information to us. And then based on that, once we've received that on our end and had an opportunity to review, if we're interested, then we'll reach out to you for further information.
Okay, so are the interviews done in the office or are they done over the phone? How does that process work?
Perfect question. We start with a phone interview. So if you're a person of interest, we'll contact you via phone. We will schedule a time where you can talk, and the phone interview can last about 30 minutes. And in that time, we just want to get to know a little bit about you, but we also want you to know about us. And so we're going to talk about our core values. And again, as Steve already mentioned, what we're really looking for in an employee, a good fit for our culture. And then if we're both on the same page and want to move further, we'll invite you for an on-site interview where you would come to our office here in Winter Haven, and you would sit down. Ideally, in the first interview, you would get to sit down with someone in the role that you're pursuing. We like to incorporate employee from that specific role that can kind of converse with you to kind of give you a feel of the expectations within that role. And then you would meet with myself. And then we have a testing process that we do for all onboarding. And that would just be the opportunity for you to complete some tests that are role specific, and then just general, I call it our high school test, because it's just general things such as math and alphabetization and reading comprehension, so that we can see where you stand as far as your ability to take on responsibilities, tasks, and to be able to follow them through to completion.
Okay, thank you. That's good. So right now we're in Winter Haven, but we do have an office that's fully staffed in Tampa. For people applying for the Tampa office, would they still come to Winter Haven?
No, that's a great question. If it was necessary for us to meet you in our Tampa office, that would definitely be something we would want to do. That way you could see the offices there and get to know the staff in that office, because that's ultimately where you would be working.
Okay. So once I come in for the interview, is there any testing that happens?
Yes. So that would be the initial interview. We're going to do the test that I mentioned, but there is further testing. because in order to qualify for employment, we would send you for a drug screening. And with that, we're assuming that that's going to come back all clear, but that is a part of our hiring process. In addition to our drug screening, we do criminal background screenings, and we do financial screenings. And so, again, we want to see you for who you are. We work in a very transparent culture, so we want to make sure that everything you're putting forward is truly who you are, and so that we know you well, and again, you know us well, so that we can make the best decision as it comes to building a relationship of employment.
Okay. And any other testing?
I think just the role specific test, and then the, as I said, probably a bad term, but the high school test. So that's kind of intimidating. So don't be afraid. It's really not that big of a deal.
So I think one of the tests that we do actually is kind of determines their personality.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Thank you very much, because I did leave. I guess because I don't consider that a test. Great, Steve. So yes, so the leadership dimensions profile is a really, or excuse me, leading dimensions profile is a very interesting survey of an individual and their personality. So that allows us to see where you are as far as it comes to relating to different people types. And so, yeah, so great point. Thank you.
So, yeah, and we have found that I call it a personality test, but you call it survey.
Yeah.
That survey is there's no right or wrong answers for that survey or that test. It just gives us an opportunity to kind of look behind the scenes and see how you're wired, what your personality makeup is, and how you might best fit into the gears of our culture, our operation. And so we have found that really useful. For me, I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
So I make an effort when I come in the morning to say good morning, but it is an effort for me. And people know I'm not a morning person, so they kind of give me a little leeway in the morning. So, that kind of thing, it helps for us to all have an understanding about each other. So, so anything else you want to add?
Well, I would love to invite any of you to check out our website. I encourage you to even if you're not looking for a job, click on our applicant pool and see how that populates and what it invites you into, because it's really interesting to get to see our firm from that perspective. And we're always hiring. We're always looking for candidates to fit our culture. And so play with our systems. Send me a message. Let me respond, and let's communicate. And if you know somebody of interest that wants to develop a career in the legal field or has experience in looking for change, please send them our way. I encourage you to have them communicate with us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Laura. That was very helpful. And thank you for joining us today. I look forward to seeing everybody back next Friday at 3 o'clock for Friday's Inside Look by Brooks. Thank you.